Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Drops0, and I'm here with another shoot from one guy who was mentioned briefly on the previous podcast that I did, Mr. Dyl Von Satan, or Dylan, as I'm just gonna call him, because we don't want to go with the whole Dyl Von Satan thing here on this PG channel. Haha. No, I'm kidding. It's a shoot. Say what you want. But yeah. So Dylan, what's up?
Not much, just chilling at the Satanic Church.
At the Satanic Church. That's the best place to chill at. Alright. So we're gonna go into it with this interview. He knows it, I know it, we both already know this. We're just gonna start it out right away. So Dylan, Bryce mentioned a ring rat of wrestling, you know? You got some...
cut off.
Oh, well, I said that Bryce mentioned a ring rat from wrestling who was with all of the roster.
Yep.
And you said you wanted to share your side of the story here, so go ahead. Let's hear what you have to say.
Alright, so the ring rat story. You probably heard it from BVP or Victor, wherever the fuck he wants to be called these days, because, you know, he fucking has more gimmicks than Big Show turns face and heel. But anyway, love you, Bryce. But yes, every backyard wrestling company really has a ring rat. It's a girl that follows all the wrestlers and tries to get with her. Well, she gets with them, vice versa. But in 7th grade, BVP got together with this bitch, and they were dating, and I was pretty much with Bryce all the time in school, hanging out with him and whatnot. And she was always there, and I mean, at first, like, it didn't really bother any of us, because we were all happy for Bryce, because Bryce was finally gonna, as we say it, get it. And then she became really fucking crazy, as BVP said, and I thought Bryce was gonna die. I seriously thought he was gonna get murdered in his sleep. But then they broke up. I believe it was the summer going into 8th grade. And then we were in 8th grade, and Bryce was a free man, I believe. Yeah, he was a free man. So I think they broke up, like I said, in the summer. So they were free man. She went out with Ryan Rollins in the summer for like a day. And that's what pretty much started the train. Then she came for me. And I was up in the air and whatnot and everything. And everyone thought I was going to date her and fucking break up with her like Ryan Rollins did just to be an asshole. But I guess me being an asshole was like, nope, we're not gonna be an asshole. I guess we're gonna try to be a nice person for once in our life. So I went out with her for about maybe a month, 2 months, I don't even know. It was all blur. 8th grade's a blur sometimes. We'll get into that. And yeah, so we dated.
Oh,
they didn't hate me, because they were just showing moral support, I guess, if you want to say. Maybe they secretly hated me, because, you know, I'm hated sometimes by a lot of people. And I hate a lot of people myself. But, as I said, we dated, and then I broke up with her, and then it was like I won a fucking world title when I broke up with her. Everyone was like, oh my god, you broke up with her! Woo! I can't move. Oh shit. But yeah, and then she went after Roman, who was he's an old wrestler in the company, and then she disappeared. I don't know even where she's at now.
Well,
she can be dead.
That's definitely an interesting story. You know what's next though? Just to awkwardly segue from one bad girl to another. There's this girl who we won't say for protection reasons, but she was, well, let's just say, in simpleton words, a pretty big hoe, right? Would you say a hoe?
Yeah. Yeah, hoe train. She's not even hoe train worthy.
She is the hoe train. That's how much of a hoe she is. No, she has to be the hoe train. But
yeah.
You know what? It's a shoot channel. He wanted to shoot on a lot of things, and we're gonna let him shoot on a lot of things. So he could go shoot on this hoe train right here. So yeah, let's go.
All right. So this fucking hoe I dated last year. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want to like get sued, and because I don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, we're broke.
Poor. Yeah, we're poor. We fucking backyard wrestle for a living. So anyway, oh my god.
What are we, gay?
Oh, I wanted to kill myself already. No, I'm just kidding. I will not.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, suicide's a pretty big epidemic. You can't.
Yeah, that's true. It's an epidemic, big word. But anyway, back to this hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know what made me say yes to her when she asked me out. I don't know if I was on any...
Oh, there's my cut out there. His mic's so cutting out. He's got a really bad... Oh, wait. Dylan, you back?
There we go. I'm back.
Alright, your mic cut out.
Yeah, my...
See, this is what I mean when the production value here is really bad.
The Wi-Fi fucked up. I hit the Wi-Fi thing by accident.
Good
yeah.
job.
But yeah, it happens. But anyway, back to this hoe.
Oh yeah.
I killed her.
No, not really.
No, I'm kidding. I didn't kill her. But I don't know what sort of drugs or anything that I was on made me date her. But yeah, I dated her for about maybe 2 months, and you were there. You witnessed.
I was there. I was.
You witnessed. There was no ups in this relationship, as you can say.
It was
right?
just a thing that happened.
It was all downs. It was downhill.
It was.
Like, I was emotionally, like, I don't even know what was going on in my life at the time.
I know, like, once I heard that you were dating, I'm like, Dylan, be careful, dude. This is a hoe. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to say it to you, because, you know, like, I don't want you to get offended, but...
I will admit, like, about 20,000 people told me that she was a hoe. The whole fucking, pretty much,
yeah, the whole school told
knew about it. Yeah, the whole school told me. And we... Yeah, like 2 months dated. We broke up. And then she tried getting back together with me, and I was like, no.
Just
no. Like, no. And then about a year later, she tried getting back to me, no. And actually, about like 3 weeks ago, she actually tried getting back together with me.
Yeah, you told me that. You did tell me that.
And I was like, no, you whoa. Yeah, just trying to keep that one short and sweet to the point. That's what pretty much happened.
There was a lot of drama involved with this on both ends. His end, my end, her end, all the ends.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of dramas. Yeah, you were like the third wheel. No offense.
No, it's cool. I mean,
I've
been the third wheel for a lot of things, so it's okay.
Yeah, you're the third wheel in bed all the time.
Well, I wouldn't say in bed. I'm a good little Christian boy. I don't know what you're talking about, but...
Oh my god, I hate my life.
I hate you too. No, I'm kidding. But just to segue from one drama starter into another, there's a guy you wanted to shoot on in our company who goes by the name of RJ Carnage. And I'd figure it'll be best if you just shoot on him now.
Yeah.
And,
well,
yeah.
I don't have a problem with him. Like, a lot of the people, a lot of the guys in the company have a problem with him because he starts drama a lot. And BBP even said the same thing, that he does start drama a lot. Like, that's one thing I really hate about him. Like, if you look at him the wrong way, like, he'll find a way to start drama with you about you looking the wrong way at him. And you see it all the time. I know I don't show up every week like all you guys do. I've been trying to show up every week. I couldn't show up this week. I was at work. because the guys moved the show to Sunday.
Well, that wasn't our fault, really.
Yeah, I know.
Bryce had some stuff he had to do, which I can't
Yeah.
say.
He was probably fucking his mom or something. I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. Kayfabe, right?
Love you, Bryce.
Yeah, love you too, Bryce.
Probably gonna fucking...
Fire you?
I'm gonna get chopped for that, probably.
You're gonna get fired?
I will probably... No, I won't get fired. He'll just chop me, probably.
Yeah.
But, anyway, back to RJ. I had a match with him recently, and Bryce said that he works really fast with people.
Oh,
and
he does.
You saw our match. It was extremely fast.
It was. That's why it was so good, to be honest with you. Like, no offense, but the
We are
fast-paced
cutting in and
action
out.
was
This
great.
production sucks. Yeah, everyone said the match was amazing. It was really fast-paced. But I know what he's saying. He's really fast, and sometimes you can't keep up with it. There's a fine line of working fast and then working smooth. And making it look good. Because sometimes when you're working fast, you're breaking everything and you can't keep up. But when you're working smooth, you make it look good. And sometimes when I work fast, I can't keep up because all the fucking shit I've done in my life, I can't breathe and I feel like I'm gonna die.
Like, it was, when I worked with him, when we wrestled, it was a somewhat fast match. It was my second match in the company, which I believe ended up being one of the pay-per-view shows, really. And that was one of the quickest matches I've worked.
And I forget who told me how long our match was. Someone said our match was like 10 minutes. I'm like, that match did not feel like 10 minutes. That match felt like 2. That match felt like a shoot match. Going in there. Yeah, going in there. And you're going to do this and you're going to do that in the matter of 2 minutes. I think I hit him with my finisher twice. And that wasn't even the plan. I think I was only supposed to hit him with it once, and that would have been it. Because I was supposed to... It was going to be a squash match, actually.
It was, yeah.
Because that was the debut of my new character, what I'm doing now. With the Dyl Von Satan character I'm doing now. But it was his return also because, he starts drama and quits every week. He quits more than
He quits more than Big Show turns heel and face.
Yeah. He quits more than Big Show turns heel and face. And that was that. We went in there. We had out of 5 stars, I at least give it maybe 2 stars. It was good. I did like it. I gave him some offense. I didn't go out there and fully Goldberg squash him. I didn't Goldberg squash him. Gave him offense. I let him hit me with his finisher and kicked out and did the John Cena kick out too. Did a Cena comeback, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright. So now that you brought up rating matches and whatnot, I'm gonna go. I don't even know how to word this properly, but we're gonna rate your best and worst matches in this company. The ones you've worked. So, just to start off on a high note, what's the best match that you've ever worked?
Ooh, the best match. I actually gotta say, it was a tag team match. It was me and Gas Chamber. And it was when we were in ECP. Because there's 2 versions of ECP, and this was the shitty version of ECP. I was just a member of ECP. I wasn't the leader. We'll get into that later.
Oh, yeah, we will.
We were facing Bryce and Phoenix when they were together as the Psycho Clowns. And it was an actually really good match. Because that was like when I returned, and that's when Gas Chamber started. And we were just working our way up and everything. And actually in the match, Phoenix crushed my fucking head.
Oh, yeah, he did.
It wasn't his fault. It was kind of my fault because he slammed me. And where I landed, I landed too close to the ropes, so he went and leg dropped me, and he miscounted where I was, but it was my fault because I was supposed to move a little bit over, so he had more running room and landed right on my head. And if you go and look back at that match, I forget what the date was, but I'm sure you'll find it.
I'm pretty sure it was October 1st.
Yeah, I grabbed my head as soon as he did it, and I tagged myself out because all I remember from it, I landed on my head, all I saw was black, and then I closed my eyes, I opened them, and I saw black dots, and then my vision came back. So I was blind for like 2 seconds. And then Tim did a ding the gas chamber. He tagged out the Bryce, and then I'm over there in the corner holding my head, and Tim looks up at me and goes, "You all right?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm good." Just trying to knock some sense back into me. And I have to say, that was my best match. We lost, but hey, it was actually a good match.
It was. It was actually pretty good. I watched the whole match, and it was a pretty decent match.
And another thing I botched another move in that match.
Ooh.
If you notice, Phoenix went for a muscle buster on me in the corner. It was like, and I was sitting on the corner, and he at me, and my right hand was holding the rope. So when I came down, he slammed me, like he muscle busted me, but my hand was holding onto the ropes the whole time.
No.
I never let go of the rope, and I didn't realize it. I thought I didn't have my hand on the rope, because I originally had my hand on the rope when I was on the top rope sitting there, so I would hold my balance, and when he was able to pick me up, I let go. But I let go of my left hand, but my right hand, I was just holding it. I was like, shit. Because I didn't realize it until I watched the match over. I was like, I fucking botched that.
It was still a really good match.
Yeah, it was a good match. That was like the only really botches of that match.
Yeah, pretty much. Now that we're still on matches, what's your worst match that you've ever worked with?
Ooh, the worst match. This is an old match when we didn't have a ring or trampoline. We
worked on the ground.
It was just a ground, and that's the main reason why it was kind of like a worse match. Like, the wrestling wasn't too bad. It was me, BBP, and Pat Hardy when he was formerly known as The Machine. And this was actually when I was the kid. It was the most stupidest character. It was my worst character. It was my first character. And I don't know what made me call myself the kid, but I called myself the kid. And I did the whole Tyson Kid thing with the 2 Ds and everything, so it just made it really bad. And it was just a random triple threat match. Like, we were hanging out, and we're like, all right, let's wrestle. So Bryce did all his get-up. He wrestled as Dirty Bryce Sampel. And after the match, this absolutely went nowhere, but after the match, we all became a faction known as the Hells Angels, like the motorcycle group. And this is when all of us hated Ryan Rollins for real. Like, because there was drama. I really don't know the whole story about that part, but we just hated him, and well, Bryce and Patrick were the ones that really hated him. So we, as we call it, kayfabe, burned the EBW title. We threw it into a fire.
Ooh.
And that faction went completely nowhere. But yeah, that was my worst match.
So, the triple threat?
Yeah.
Alright. Because you went on a whole EBW or whatever.
Yeah, that was the triple threat match.
Yeah, but in the end, the triple threat match was the worst match. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's see. What else could we terribly segue into?
How gay you are?
Oh, yeah, definitely. No, but this is a little more personal question between the both of us here, but it's how... I don't even know how we met. It could have been through a shop, because, guys, we go to the same school, and we worked in the same shop, but this is, like, kind of our friendship story here. Like, how did we become the team Chris and Kevin of Backyard Wrestling, pretty much?
I actually think I kind of remember what happened, I think.
I might remember it. I might know it actually started as soft, but
I think, all right, when school started, we didn't really talk because you guys were freshmen and we were sophomores.
it's like, yeah, dude, screw the freshmen, right?
Yeah, we were trying to show you guys up. We're like, we're fucking better than you. We know what the hell we're doing. We're friends with the teacher too, who's a fucking douchebag sometimes.
Oh, he
Just
was
saying.
a douchebag. I
Yeah.
won't lie, he was definitely a douchebag. I mean,
Yeah.
he's chill now, but he was a douchebag.
Yeah, no longer a teacher, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think what started us off, I think it was the Christmas party.
Could be.
We were chilling in the morning, and you were sitting next to me. I forgot. I think I was talking to Tyler, but then like I unlocked my phone, and then you saw the WWE app on my phone, and you're like, "Yo, you watch WWE?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And it was like,
Oh yeah, I remember
how
that.
we came together, and then we started talking about wrestling.
True. Yeah, wrestling really started us off. But
So yeah,
what
that's how we met.
This is a story that I remember here. You and I, we were supposed to start a rock band, and I remember this. It was like a couple days before the Christmas party. I was working on this truck. You were working on a police car, I believe, and you and I, we were just jamming out to like Christmas music. And I'm like, Dylan, we should start a band. And you're like, yes, dude. And we're just going off on music and stuff, like Christmas music too. Like it wasn't even the good kind of Christmas music. It was like the really bad one.
Christmas music's the shit sometimes.
It is, but I mean, it wasn't even like some of the songs we were jamming out to wasn't even that good.
It's funny, Mr. M. I'm just gonna refer to him as Mr. M. I'm not gonna say his full name, but it's funny now because he hates Christmas music. So
Yeah, he does.
we know how to work the radio really good because it's one of those old school radios where you have to turn the dial and
Yeah.
get like it's not the digital one, like the channel. So
Yeah, I know.
we're there turning the, and you can't hear anything in shop when all the machines are going. So you're standing there by the speaker, trying to waiting for Christmas music, and it comes on like this is the channel, and like the machine at like that point for some reason the machine stops. As soon as you put Christmas music on, the machine stops. No matter what anyone's working on, like the grinder stop, the DA stop, the frame rack stops, and Mr. Morgana goes, "We'll put the radio on."
He says he's not gonna refer to his full name, but he referred to his full name.
Yeah,
Whoops.
I know. I don't. I don't.
But yeah, no, trust me, the radio's gotta be the best thing ever.
But yeah, about the rock band. Continue what you were.
But yeah, no, we're like joking around. We always joke around about this rock band, saying what kind of instruments we're gonna use, who we're gonna have in our band. And it's like, dude, we're starting a fucking rock band. But, over the time then, we just grew and we became, like, really close. Like, he became a really good friend. And even my best friend, I'm willing to say that this guy right here, this loser that I'm giving this interview to, is my best friend. But you know what? It's okay, because he hasn't made the list yet.
I'm secretly on the list.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's already on the list. But you know what? We weren't supposed to tell people that.
I put you on the list too.
You did put me on the list. No, what happened is, in a sarcastic matter, I started bringing a list to school for some god unknown reason. I still have it. But I started bringing this list down, and I'd always put people on it for doing just stupid stuff. Like, really stupid things. Like, I get annoyed whenever some kids in my shop start screwing around. So I'm like, you know what? Y'all made the list. And they get so mad. They're like, no, not the list. And they're not even being sarcastic either. Like,
it worked so good.
It worked out
it's
so
the best
well.
thing ever.
It was.
Shout out to Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Chris, you made that list go good.
You made like the most stupidest thing work.
I did. I really did. But yeah, no, Dylan, do you even remember the thing that just made us click to let us become best friends? Like, I do remember the whole WWE app thing. That I do remember.
The hatred of people.
Oh yeah, I used to hate a lot of people. Now I'm chill with them. Dylan still does hate people.
I don't hold grudge. Like, I hold grudges. Like, yeah. That's how yeah. I hold grudges. Yeah, okay.
He does.
Yeah, I do.
He,
Like, I can say I hate this person, and you're like, oh, I'm sure them. I'm like, well, I still hate them.
oh, yeah. It happens all the time, trust me.
It will be like 3 years down the road. I still hate them. Well, I'm chill with them now, and I talk to them. Well, I fucking hate them. I hope they die.
And I usually say, don't wish death upon people, but he's like, oh, too bad, I still wish they were dead, and I hate them.
I hate a lot of people.
He does. He really does. But if what you said earlier about your whole ECP group, and you were Juggalo Jesus at the time,
Yes, I was.
and Bryce mentioned during the last podcast of the way that you wanted to end it, where you were gonna be hung on a cross, a homemade cross, and you were gonna have everyone in the ECW roster whip you with the belt.
Yes.
I'm really curious about where that idea came from
Yes.
and why it became a thing. So, if you don't mind shooting on that, go for it, because I'm curious.
All right. Listen, I'm big into music, and I was always a fan of Insane Clown Posse. People are probably gonna hate me for saying that. I don't know why people hate the Insane Clown Posse, but they just do. Guess what? That's your opinion, but I love them. So, the one night I was watching wrestling videos, and I saw WCW Vampiro with ICP. I was like, the hell? So I click on the video I'm watching it. I'm like, I never knew that. And then like another thing came, TNA with ICP. I was like, what the hell? And it was early TNA. It was like when they first started.
Yeah, like go to.
And then I saw another one, ECW with ICP. I was like, what the fuck? And then WWF with ICP. I was like, and it was just the most funniest thing because like they were jobbers, and and then I found Juggalo Championship Wrestling, and I was like, oh, this shit's awesome. And it's my ICP. So that first started the whole thing. Like I came to Bryce and Ryan Rollins about it. We were talking about ICP, and then Bryce was like, oh, you'll like this guy from a backyard wrestling company down in Texas. His name is Wicked J. Rest in peace. Whoop whoop. So he gave me two DVDs. It was like Extreme Rumble and like a full on like the WrestleMania show. And Wicked J was in both of them. I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. And then that started forming the idea of it. So then we became ECP. And I was like, alright, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to be Juggalo Jesus, because it was my idea of being called ECP, Extreme Clown Posse. We're going to do the whole face paint, get up and everything. So I'm Juggalo Jesus. Bryce changed himself to Wicked J. And Ryan was Shaggy Kudo. So we did this whole thing of Bryce made it look like I hacked his channel with these videos saying I'm coming in the name of the father of the Juggalo name. Fully Juggalos are gonna come and beat the living hell out of you, BVP. So Bryce went to the ring, and the whole thing was to keep me a mystery. I wasn't supposed to show my face or anything. So Bryce was in the ring with Rune Hoodie. And Bryce was like, I brought back up Wicked J, sent out one of your guys. And then, well, he was like, Juggalo Jesus, sent out Wicked J, because that's who he wanted first. Because he wanted to do a John Cena Nexus thing of taking down ECP. That's what we were trying to go for. And Bryce beat the living hell out of Rune Hoodie and said he's Wicked J. Then a couple weeks later, he won the ECW title. and now it was known as the ECP title. Now at this point, I didn't show up or anything, and Bryce then lost the ECP title. Well, he didn't lose it. He kept it, but he turned on ECP, came back to ECW. Brian Rollins the same thing. So I was alone, and there was baptisms. Before they turned, we baptized J-Dog. Then they turned, and it was around Easter, and my mom was watching the show. Well, it was like this movie. It's called The Passion of Christ. It's like this stupid religious movie about Jesus, and like I knew what goes on. He gets whipped, he gets crucified on the cross, and dies, and comes back on the third day. Because I'm not a religious person. You know that.
I do know that very well.
Yeah. And I came upstairs. My room's in the basement, so I came upstairs, and then I see Jesus get whipped. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. They're showing this on TV? That's fucking awesome. So I sat down. I'm like, what's going on? He's getting whipped. This is awesome. And my mom was like, this is not awesome. I'm like, yes, it is. And then he's going through town carrying the cross. He gets nailed on the cross and dies. And then that formed the idea of me getting crucified and whipped. But the other idea was I had a DVD, The Rise and Fall of ECW. And the one section is when Raven crucifies Sandman. And that's when it just went to my head. It was like, this is how ECP is going to end. I'm coming out. I'm saying I'm Juggalo Jesus. And you're going to crucify, your guys are going to attack me, crucify me on the cross, and whip the shit out of me. And then Bryce was like, all right, let's do it. And then as the idea was starting to form and everything and all that good stuff, Bryce was like, oh wait, we shouldn't do this because there will be a lot of people pissed off and will unsubscribe and we might get reported and it might end ECW. So that never happened. And the thing just went away slowly. Like, I just disappeared.
What you mean by disappear is, like, you just stopped showing.
Like, it was never mentioned again. It's like a Chris Benoit thing.
But, you know, I mean, it's always nice to go back on some really sick, not even the good kind of sick, like really bad, but sick memories.
Oh, it was, at the time, we're in 8th grade, so we're 13 years old. We thought it was like the best idea since, I don't even know, the invention of the world, I guess.
Yeah, now here we are, 3 years later.
It wasn't the best idea.
No, it wasn't. So, Dylan, this kind of leads me on to a question here. If there is any group in the backyard wrestling industry that you would like to join, who would they be and why?
Easy, the Murder Club.
The Murder Club, dude. For those who don't know, the Murder Club is the backyard wrestling rendition of the Bullet Club. And the Bullet Club, for those who don't know, is the most badass wrestling group ever.
The biggest wrestling.
They are. They're really huge. And it's insane.
The greatest thing ever.
It is. But,
they're in ROH. They're in New Japan. Hell, they're even in WWE.
Yeah, they are in WWE. They just don't want to mention that it's
the Bullet Club. There's 4 members, and there's gonna be a 5th one come the Royal Rumble. Kenny Omega's coming.
Oh, Kenny Omega can't come, dude. His contract's gonna expire with New Japan on the 31st.
Kenny Omega's coming to the Royal Rumble. I do not care.
It's impossible if his contract's gonna expire the 31st.
I don't care. He's gonna say fuck New Japan and come to WWE.
I highly doubt that it's gonna be in the Rumble, but
And
here he is.
if he does, he's coming to SmackDown because Raw's gonna ruin him. Raw will fuck him up. I mean, WWE is gonna pretty much fuck him up anyway. But Raw sucks. I hate watching Raw. Like, I have to watch it just to see what happens. The only thing that are good on Raw, you have Seth Rollins, that's great on Raw.
He's good.
You have, I know he's out with an injury, but you have Finn Balor, he's great on Raw. You got Team Kevin and Chris, they're the best thing on Raw.
I love Team Chris and Kevin so much. They're good.
They're the best thing on Raw. You got Braun Strowman, who's amazing on Raw, and you got Sami Zayn. That's it. And you have Corey Graves, best announcer.
True.
I love Corey Graves.
If I could add on to those two things, you have Neville in the Cruiserweight division.
Oh yeah, Neville. I hate the Cruiserweight division so much because they were just throwing.
Yeah, they were.
Onto Raw, like the most random thing ever. But I know they have to build some things and everything. But Neville's the best thing on there. Neville and
the second
Jack Gallagher. I love Jack Gallagher.
Jack Gallagher is good for the Cruiserweights. Yeah.
Dude, he's so funny. Like, he has the most unorthodox wrestling style ever. It's the best thing.
Yeah, I know. It's great. The second best thing ever on Raw has to be Noam Dar saying Alicia Fox.
True.
That's gotta be. That's it right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Now we're gonna make a really terrible segue and go to
We spun out of control.
Yeah, we did. We're gonna go on to a completely terrible segue onto another segment. How did you and Bryce even met? Like, how did you become a backyard wrestler?
Alright. Me and Bryce met in 3rd grade. And before, like, you go into your classes, you had to sit outside of, like, your classroom and just talk. And, yeah, before the teacher told you to come in. And then the one day I saw Bryce playing with wrestlers. Like, I saw him, he had Jeff Hardy, he had Raven, and he had other guys. And I saw Jeff Hardy and Raven, so I was just like, oh, shit! So, me and him started talking about wrestling and everything, and then, like, week after week, we talked about wrestling and everything. But we really hit it off, and like, 6th, 7th grade-ish, that's when we became really close. And then, last year, I mean, it sucks kind of bringing this up and everything, but yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but he hated me for something I did. I apologize for it. Now we're good again.
So, that's good. He's unblocked you on the old Facebook, which is all good, but, Oh, I'm pretty sure his, mic cut out really bad, or he did the Wi-Fi thing again.
No, your mic cut out.
Oh, someone's mic cut out.
I was trying to figure out what you said, but I can't figure out.
Oh. I made a joke about how he unblocked you on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. He blocked me on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then...
Because high school drama.
And then... It was actually, almost a year. It was, maybe 11 months. Because we didn't talk for almost 11 months. Because me and Gas Chamber walked down to his house. It was the middle of the show, and he came running up. He shook Gas Chamber's hand. I was like, yo, what's up? And then he shook my hand. I looked at Gas Chamber. I was like, what the fuck? He shook my hand. And he goes, we're cool again. And I was like, all right. And then, I told him, you got to unblock me on Facebook, man, because I'm back in the company now. Because, I was pretty much fired for 11 months. Without saying I was fired. He never told me I was fired or anything. It was just, I was dead to him, pretty much. And recently he unblocked me from Facebook, so yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole joke about that.
That was a funny thing, though.
That was.
Because it was like, oh shit, it finally happened. He unblocked me.
Yeah, no, he messaged me. He's like, finally, it took him like that long.
Yeah, it took him a year.
Yeah. But
It's all good, Bryce. We love you. We love you, Bryce.
yeah, we love you, Bryce. So I'm gonna start throwing out names, and I want you to shoot on them. All right?
Yeah, we shoot on them.
Okay, Victor Van Pelt.
Oh my god. Fucking. The thing is, I don't mind the Victor Van Pelt character. It's just that he needs his own gimmick. Because Victor Van Pelt reminds me of a mixture of, I don't even know why I'm putting him in with these guys. He reminds me of a mixture of Kenny Omega and Dolph Ziggler. Because of his cockiness and, like, just his charisma that he has for the character. But it's the most funniest character ever, because it's just, what the fuck?
RJ Carnage.
Like I said before, if he causes too much drama, I mean, maybe if he didn't cause too much drama and kept his mouth shut, he wouldn't be hated by everybody. But he puts on okay matches every once in a while.
Alright, that's cool. Gas Chamber.
Gas Chamber is the most chillest, I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm gonna use it, chillest dude ever. Gas Chamber is funny and awesome at the fucking same time. Me and him like the same music. I've known him since like 6th grade. I really don't know how we became friends. That's still a mystery that we joke about that all the time, how we became friends. There were so many different things about how we became friends. It was either the music or how we always talked to each other about killing the preps, because we hated the preps and we still do.
Oh, we all hate the preps. But
So yeah, it could be those. So hashtag preps be damned.
hashtag kill the preps.
Hashtag kill the preps. That's it. For Gas Chamber.
Oh, we're gonna go on our last two here. Phoenix.
Phoenix, oh my god, I love Phoenix. He crushed my head, but hey, happens. He deserves to be the ECW champion. Great. And he's an amazing wrestler. He reminds me of Samoa Joe a lot.
Alright, and for our last superstar to shoot on before we end off this shoot here, Hellhound Zach Romig.
He is the most gayest superstar ever.
Oh.
Just like James Ellsworth.
Oh.
He reminds me of Roman Reigns. He comes into the company, gets handed the YouTube title, is a slave to the government. And I hate him, and I'm going to beat him for the YouTube title. I'm just kidding, you're a great Christian boy, as BBP said.
Yeah, I'm a good white little Christian boy.
Yeah, you're a good white Christian little boy.
Okay.
You go to church.
Yeah, I go to church every week, guys.
God.
Alright. Is there anything else you want to say before we end off the interview here? Or do you think you gotten everything out of your system?
Let's say this quick. Want to bet I can name all the Royal Rumble winners?
Oh, yeah. He messaged me earlier saying that he can name off all the Royal Rumble winners.
Well, at least 25, I think.
Yeah, I didn't even put my research into it, really. I forgot about it.
I'm gonna try.
You go for it.
Let's look up the Royal Rumble winners right now.
I can't do it right now because my Skype's weird, but I'll definitely get back onto you after the interview with it. But seriously, go with it. Do it. Name them off.
Because I'm sure I can name at least 25 of them. But I'm gonna try and name all of them from 1988 to 2016. So here we go. 1988 was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yep.
89 was Big John Studd.
Yeah, I think.
90 and 91 was Hulk Hogan. I know that.
Yeah.
He was the first back-to-back. 92 was Ric Flair, I believe.
I think so.
93 was Yokozuna.
Yep.
94 was Bret Hart and Lex Luger.
Oh,
I
yeah,
believe.
that's right.
I think that was the year. 95 and 96 was Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
97 and 98 was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep.
99 was Mr. McMahon.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. 2000 was The Rock, I want to say.
Was it The Rock? It was The Rock.
I think it was. 2001 was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I think.
2002 was Triple H.
Yeah.
2003, I believe, was Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
We can't say anything about 2004 because, Chris Benoit won.
Oh, dude, what are you talking about? Eddie Guerrero won that one, man.
Big Show threw himself over the rope. It was just... Everyone that got eliminated by him eliminated themselves.
Yeah, no, dude.
I seriously want to go to a WWE
According to the
show.
WWE Network, Eddie Guerrero won that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was Eddie Guerrero.
The one day I was watching the 2007 Royal Rumble when Chris Benoit entered, I was like, wait, who's this guy in yellow tights walking in the ring? This must be a rookie. 2005 was Batista.
And
2006 was Rey Mysterio, because that's when he was doing all his whole Eddie Guerrero gimmick tribute to him. 2007 was The Undertaker, because I recently just watched that one, so I knew that one. 2008 was John Cena, because I remember him. I remember actually watching that when I was like 8 years old, and I was like, I hate him.
You hated Cena from the get-go.
Oh, I hated him. 2009 was Randy Orton.
Yeah, it was Randy. It was Randy.
Yeah. 2010 was Edge.
Yep.
2011 was Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
2012...
I remember 2012.
I think it was Sheamus.
Yeah, it was Sheamus.
Alright, it was Sheamus. 2013 was Cena.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to go back for The Rock and fuck him in the ass. 2014, the worst Royal Rumble of all time. Batista.
Blue-tista, whatever you want to call him.
2015, the year Daniel Bryan should have won, was given to Roman Reigns. And 2016, the most... I hated this Royal Rumble last year. It was so stupid. It was so predictable. Triple H.
Oh, shoot. You got him, but you kind of screwed up on 2005. You got that half right. John Cena also won with Batista. It was a botched ending.
Yeah, it was. But, yeah, Batista won.
They had Batista in the end?
Yeah, I think so. But I think Batista was the official winner. Cause I think that was the one where...
Oh, yeah, that was WrestleMania 23, where he faced off with The Undertaker.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, whoops. What,
Oh, well, I named all of them from 88 to 2016. Give me credit.
He did.
And,
he did.
And it's really hard to pick for 2017, because... I mean, we do the prediction game.
We do. Just without the drinking rules.
Yeah. There's going to be new rules for the Royal Rumble, by the way. For us.
New rules.
We're going to allow 3 picks for the winners. You're going to get three choices for picks. So you're going to get 3 predictions for the Royal Rumble winner.
Alright.
I have 2 in my head. What do you think of a third one?
I think I have 2. No, I have 1 in my head so far.
Kenny Omega's gonna win.
Yeah, yep, you got it. It's Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega and James Ellsworth, the final two.
Yep. Oh my god,
And
if
the
they have
9-year-old
Ellsworth
girl.
then
Kenny
enter the
Omega
Rumble.
and the 9-year-old girl are gonna go at it again.
Yeah, for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes. The 9-year-old girl is entering WrestleMania as champion.
Really, I would say the blow up doll, but that was Okada, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no, we said everything we wanted to say. Alright guys, if you like this video, please leave a like on it, and if you really like it, go ahead and subscribe. Dylan, is there anything you want to advertise here?
Yes. Go subscribe to EastW4667. Amazing action. You can see me running my mouth every week, in and out, about slaves to the government, abortions, and other stuff. Me hailing Satan all the time, and because, hey, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know.
Alright guys, if you like this video, please leave a like on it, and if you really like it, go ahead and subscribe. Guys, I will see you all in the next video. Peace!